So before we actually start this project, let's get some floor protector down, make sure everything is nice so that I can just walk up and down wearing the boots. The next thing we need is a bit of light. So at the minute, obviously there's no lighting in there. There is a bulb hanging down. So I'm gonna go lob the lantern up there. This is the project. Tank fed, tank obviously. So this would have been your cold feed in, cold out, going down into the bottom, or that one rather. That was your cold to the pump. So originally it had a shower pump or a system pump, and that did both of the showers there. So first off, what I want to do is mark up what pipes we're actually keeping, what we're using, so we know exactly what they are. So you know, that is the cold feed in that would have gone to a ball valve. So if we trace that all the way back, and then I'm going to mark that cold mains. Right, so the furthest bit back, so we go cold mains. Let's get that cut out and get that cut back as far as where we've marked, or at least just get it out of the way so it's not going to poke me in the eye. So the one coming up over the top, that's your open vent pipe. That'll be coming off top of your tank. So that is like your hot feed out, and there's your open vent. So that's what makes it open vent instead of a unvented. So that is the vent. So we'll get that cut out. Don't need that. I just realised this never ever comes out my tool bag. So let's give it a go, see if it's any quicker. I think it's easier on the wrist, but is it quicker? Not really. There we go, getting a nice little scrap pile together. Okay, so the hot off the top of the cylinder, let's go there, down, 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 across, up, down into the pump, and it does cross over there, look. And then that goes up there, carries on, over there. Let's just put a mark on there, so that is hot. Right, so that 22mm up there would have been off the bottom of the tank. So 22mm pipe off the bottom of the tank would be cold, which went to the pump. So we're just gonna follow that. Now remember, on the pumps, I know a few people accidentally mark them up, go straight across, but it's not, it loops like that on either side. So that one across there, loops around there, comes to this one, and then we'll take that off, and we'll mark that up. So that's going off to the showers. So that will actually be our balanced cold, balanced cold. So when we put our pressure reducing valve in, after the pressure reducing valve, we come off with a cold, and that will be going down to the shower. So everything, the hot and the cold, will be at the same pressure. It's still filled up with water, so I am going to drain that down. I'm going to just drain it straight into those waste pipes there. But first, what I'm going to do is cut that waste pipe there and just put the hose straight in it. We also need to get rid of this wall and rid of that basin, so we can actually put our cylinder behind there. So that's disconnected, we cut it there. Let's get this open. So drain off to this, open that up there, and then we'll start getting this drain down. Come on. There we go, it's running. So we're just gonna leave that draining for now, and then we will cut the pump out and the rest of it out. Now I did run round, those are the pipes that go over to the basin. They also tee off and go downwards. So probably the kitchen below. Could be a shower below, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, it'd be a shower. It's got to be a shower. I'm not sure whether or not to take this wall out. I think we might have enough room because we're going for a horizontal rather than a vertical. So I think we've probably got enough room to get in that and work. We're going to probably bring it further this way so that we can put an access panel in here. Now, the bathroom fitter is on his way. So you're going to meet him in a sec. He'll be here fairly shortly. So, right, I'm going to go sit down and have a little break whilst that's carries on training. We got ourselves all labelled up so we know what pipes are what. It's just, do we bother taking this wall out now? I've obviously disconnected the pipe, but I've left the copper working. I've taken out the plastic that was like going round from the back of the wall to connecting up in the corner, because I wouldn't leave any plastic in anyway. And if you are going to use plastic, there's loads of different types of plastic, and at the minute it's all, I believe it's HEP, grey HEP. Is it HEP? No, that's not HEP, that's plumb. And I think the bathroom fitter uses HEP 2.0, which is obviously HEP, their preferred brand. Is there a fitting on here? Yeah, let's have a look at the pipe. So it is Polska install. I don't know what that is. Como 6 bar, Kiwa 6 bar, Polska install. Polish pipe. It's Polish stuff. God knows. So we're obviously not going to leave any of that in. Right, what else is there for me to do? Not really a lot other than start installing stuff. Unless we decide to get that wall out. Which should obviously make life a lot easier, but I don't know whether or not he wants to move that wall. I don't know. I better not move it just yet. Right. If you listen really carefully, you can hear it trickling. Let's go have a quick break. Cylinder dragged all the way over to here because there's still quite a lot in the bottom. I needed to get the hose pipe lower, so got it lower, and I can just tip it over, and hopefully that'll just get the last little bit out, and then it'll be light enough that I can actually get it down the stairs. We've got a spark. He's over there somewhere, and he's disconnected the pump for us, so the pump is all safely isolated. That's now been removed. I've just cut that out. So now I'm just going to cut these pipes back. So literally all it is 3 pipes coming in. So again, labelled them up so I know what they are. So cut the hot out. We're just going to cut it back there. And then what we can do is we can just get these out then, and then it will just leave 3 pipes coming in. I'll give it all a good sweep up, and then found my little mate. There he is. We call him the big cheese. Right, okay, so that fan's on because the shower valve's on, right, okay, or the light's on. Right, so here's our brackets for our horizontal. So I definitely think it will fit in there, but we shall speak to Alex and see what he wants to do, because he might want to push that wall back. I don't know, he can't be long. So there's our cylinder down there. Wave. There you go. So we'll cut that off, cap it, and then I should be able to drag it down. Right, so there's the last little bit of water in the tank. Cylinder. People will pull me up on that. Oh, it's not a tank, it's still in there. Right, last little bit. Go on, have a look in there. Have a look in there. Lovely, and that's what you're bathing in. Right, I'll lob that out the window. Ugh. Oh, now I can get this out of the way. Right, get the bottom of this then, Alex. Right, so, yes, Alex is here. He's come to help out. He's come to save the day. Because he's very unfortunately, getting involved with the bathroom. So he's turned up to make sure that we get it all right. And he can first fix as much as he wants to, I suppose. So, cylinder. We're looking at how we're actually going to do this so that we got access for the immersions, really. More getting the immersions in and out as a serviceable part. So what we need to do is we need to chop out this vent, extractor fan vent, and then we can push this a little bit further back. So you see that soil pipe in the back, that's an extractor unit. We're going to just cut that for now, and then we can rejig that so we can actually push this a bit further back. It gives us just that little bit more space. Alright, so we got it out, got it in, and Alex is doing stuff. He's marking, he's doing things. He just wanted to remind you he's sponsored by Bullfix, so you got a discount code on that.
There's no discount code for Bullfix because they're cheap enough and they're good enough. Oh. Yeah.
I've just beeped all of that out because we don't do advertisements on the Professor Plumb channel. Right. I'll blur it all out. Right. So we've marked it up. We'll get it out. I should be giving him a man right now. Right. So we're getting rid of those T's that used to come across to the basin. And also they was in plastic. So there was a lot of plastic pipe under there. Now we don't want any plastic pipe because remember Mr. Ratty who was down here? They love plastic pipe. And when it's rural, really you've got to do everything in copper or steel. Steel? Who the fuck's using steel? Because obviously they gnaw their teeth on it, so that's why we want to make sure, especially that, where that's going to be behind the tank, make sure that's all in copper. Spending so much time watching Alex work that my tea's gone cold, so I'm just warming it up quick. So now we're just working in tandem, because he's going to cut, I'm going to clean. Seems like such a waste of resources, but I'm trying to get involved. He's trying to take over my bloody work.
I can sit back and see if I can do this or not.
A return bend to go up there?
Yeah, a return bend to go up there.
Is that the right way around, Alex?
I hope so. If it's not, then we'll have to.
No, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Come on.
God, no pressure. No pressure. I think you can just sort of like oik it one way or another once we're done. So that is balance cold. That's balance cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it is balance cold. There. So we're actually going to use the old holes just to poke some new copper through. So I can't believe you pulled that bend, and it was absolutely lined up perfect. It didn't. Oh, there we go. I think we're all solder. It is a French thing. Do you have the solder? Do you have the brush? Do you have the flux? The flux? Where's the... Oh, there's the brush. The brush. Oh, I love breathing it in. Hey, how could you go pressing when you can breathe that in? You know what I mean? It's so good for you. Oh, shouldn't be putting flux all over your fittings. Well, guess what? I'll wipe it all off. Look at that. Oh, yes. These are going to be some of the best joints you've ever seen. You'll look at that joint, you're going to get high off of just watching it. Yes. Like that. Oh, God damn it. He's only the best on the internet, isn't he? Where's my little buffing pad? Buffing? This is the buffing pad. This is the buffing pad. You buff with this. Like this. This is also French fun. This is a French way of doing things. Oh, CC. CC. Oh, yes. No, not CC. That's Spanish. Oui. Bon frit. Petit filou. There we go. Like that. Did you know I could speak many languages? Including the language of love. Okay, now we want a longish piece of 22. I shall use my super duper cutters. Do about and then that way we've got plenty then, and then we can go straight on the hot. And then do we want a clip? I suppose we do, don't we? Never flux inside of the fitting like that. See how I'm doing it? Never do that, okay? Like that. Never get more and then keep putting it in there. Yeah, because there'll be people on the internet that won't like it, and I go, you can't do that! Like that. So that is going to be our hot. We need to do the cold, the hot to the basin round there, don't we?
Yeah. So that's my department.
Right. Let's get this hot soldered up. So this hot to the basin.
Can you hold the phone?
No, it's all right. There we go. Don't start blowing. Right, so that's the hot that goes over to the basin. Now we are going to tee off there for the shower. And then we've got the balanced cold, as you can see there, balanced cold, and that's going to go to the shower as well. So that's why we cut that one there. And we're not cut this one here because we're just going to go from that one there. Because that one is cold, oh no, it's balanced as well. But it's just easier just to go off of that. So, right, that's our hot. Is that hot? Yeah, that's hot. Look, it's labelled up. Hot, balanced, cold mains. So that one actually is going to go to 22 to go into the valve in a minute. Stupidly, these brackets don't actually have any holes in. So
no, it doesn't.
And it don't come with any strapping or anything for that. So I find that a bit bizarre, but anyway, we'll just put some penny washers just to stabilise it so it ain't falling all over the place.
My OCD that's doing this.
No, that genuinely annoys me that is that's the wrong way up. That's the right way round. The benchmark certificate's the right way round. And it made me think, well, hang on a minute, what way does it? Yeah.
And then that's the wrong way around as well, right?
Documents don't matter too much, but yeah, because obviously that drain off, you can see it's just there somewhere. That needs to obviously be right at the very bottom. So, right. Should we start piping? It's better, don't we? Okay, so we've got all of our connections. Hot, DO, which means draw off, hot draw off. This don't need, this don't need. Flow, says on it, return, don't need these, that's the coil inside. Now, some people say, oh, you can't cap them because then there'll be pressure in there and it'll explode, or I don't know, or something. But if there was ever a split in that coil and it corroded or whatever, then it'd just piss out everywhere. So we're going to cap them off. So bit of rapid blue. There is already a little thing in there. I don't know if it's deep enough. Oh. And there we go. We'll just do that. I ain't even going to use a tool. That is done. So that's 2 of our connections that we're not going to use because unfortunately they don't do horizontals in direct cylinders. They only do them indirect. So yeah, that's why we got it. Right, so we've been on the phone and we've spoke to the technical centre for the UK cylinders, and we were like, hang on a minute, we got way too many connections. And I just wanted to double check and basically picked up their manual and it's the wrong cylinder and it's vertical, not horizontal. And so basically the drawing makes absolutely no sense. We've got extra connections. So we had to figure that one out. So Alex, can you explain it?
So basically, before the two
Immersion heaters.
the two immersion heaters were at the top, right? And the immersion heater doesn't go all the way down. So that leaves you between quarter and to half a tank of cold water, right? So what you got your secondary returns. You're supposed to loop them and put a circulating pump so it circulates the water inside. And then you get a full tank of heat. But because these are located down here, he said you don't really need it.
So I was presuming that was cold in, right? Hot out, because it says hot DO, hot draw off. Yeah, it makes sense. So what the hell are these two down the end? So basically he was like, oh no, they're to do a secondary return. And I was like, but there's two, one female, one male. So then it made me think, well, hang on a minute, we got the temperature relief valve. Is that another place to put it? So we basically figured out that basically those two are all blanks. They're all blanks. Sorry, that one's cold in at the very end. So that one is cold in. That one is going to get capped. So capped, cold in, hot out. And that one's just a cap there because that should be linked to that as a return. But they said we don't need it because the immersions are in the bottom. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make fully sense to me, but okay.
Neither does it to me, to be honest with you. So, cold mains, that's got to go. We'll go on to there. We'll go along there. That's cold mains in at the very end. We've had to put the expansion down there because this is all at funny angles. And we can't put it on the back of there because that's going to get cut into a big hatch. So, it's the only place to put it. Right, so multi-block valve. We need to worry about where we're going to put the discharge as well, though, don't we? Okay. There's our cold up into our multi-block valve. Now, we are going to clip it to the cylinder, but we aren't going to screw through because that'd be daft. In fact, what we're doing is I'm kind of holding it in place because in a minute it's not clipped. So when that gets put on there, that will hold its distance, hold the distance from these clips. And all we do is we'll blob a tiny little bit of glue under these, and then that'll stop it moving, stop any vibration. So all I want to do is anoint it with these. So let's have a go. I've genuinely never used the monuments. So, I want a bit more than that. That'll do. Right. Oh, fuck me, these are wow tough. God, dear, they're way harder. There we go, that'll do. That's about 90 or more. I don't know about them. They're kind of cool. At least I haven't lost this slide. That's why I'm not using my own, because I can't find the fucking slide. Right, let's see if I can get this one first. Well, I made the first mistake because I put a elbow on there when it needs to be a T to go over to the expansion vessel. So that's after the non-return valve, so you can put it on. I mean, you could put it on there, but it'd be a bit silly to run a whole nother length. And so what we're going to do is just T straight into the expansion. So I've done the balanced. Now the reason I've done it that side instead of going there, look, is because we want to leave enough area for this actually this is to do with the bathroom basically. But we need to cut some flooring out of there to replace this, or put a branch on there for a toilet. So that's why I've come that side, look. So we've got a balance, we've got a cold mains in, balance going off. So now we need to do that, and then we need to do the hot, which has got to go across there and connect onto this one here. So that, then we got to do the discharges. We got to find some caps, and we need to cap this one off as well. All good fun, but yeah.
There instead of there, right? So
Alex has managed to actually find it online. How did you find it? Through the serial number?
no,
No?
no, I just searched, mate.
Okay, so basically the cold, I was a bit worried about this. I was like, well, that all on the top, surely that is the cold in, hot out. But that says hot water drawer off. So it is the cold, but it's got a tube inside of it. Like, you know them old radiators where they both come in the same side? And it used to have a tube that ran inside of it. Same thing, it's got a tube that goes all the way to the bottom of the cylinder. So the cold goes to the bottom,
So it's bottom
and then hot out the top.
really.
It is bottom fed, really, basically. Yeah. So, yeah, we're okay. So we're on the right tracks now. We know where we are. We just stopped for a minute just to assess the situation. Good morning. We've had to go away and get some bits. So we called it a day. The merchant was shut by the time we finished last night. Turn the light on. So we're back. What we didn't have, let me show you. Needed a decent male cap, and I didn't want to put in we was going to put in a normal compression cap, but we've got a proper one for there, and we've also got a cap for the one on the side, which is a return. So we got that one there as well. So we got those two things. Now also the fanny trap was the wrong size, so we've also got the right one of those. So all of the discharge is going to be kind of temporary. Well, it is temporary because all of this is getting replaced. So we're actually going to go for something slightly different on that. So for now, we're going to link it all up and put it straight into a fanny trap. So we'll grab that out. We'll put that in. We need to just check all of our immersions, make sure they're tight. We need to put on the stat, where the stat is here. And we need to just, yeah, basically do a bit more pipe work. Okay, plenty of rapid blue on that one. Right, let's tighten that up. There we go. I need to clean that all up now. Have I got a rag? I do. We got some rags. Ugh. Oh, lovely. It's got everywhere, look. I think I put a bit too much on that. So, next stage, I'm just going to put this little pit tail in here. Look how much this thing fucking rocks. Worst legs I've ever seen. I mean, I've never fit a horizontal before this, but it's not very good. In fact, it doesn't have a strap around it, and they don't attach to the tank. It's a bit, you know what I mean? Anyway, right, get that tightened on there, and then what I'm going to do is pull a bend. So that's going to go over there, and then that is going to connect to, there's our hot there. Right. I'm just going to look at this and sort of eyeball it up. I think that should do. Oh, look at Alex coming up. You can hear him before you see him. Right, let's get this fit. Right, so getting this one soldered up. As you can see, we've put another clip in line with this one. And I've balanced my little pot there just to try and keep it straight. So I'm going to solder this one up first, and then it's just make it easier just to bridge that across and see where I'm going to have to make my cuts. And then I think we need to grab some wire wool and go buck wild on this pipe work. Make it all Instagram worthy. Ooh, look at that, it's so shiny. Right, so that's all of a sudden just come on now. I don't know how that's happened. Oh wait, there's a little bloke in there. Right, that's piped up. I'm going to go get some wire wool whilst Alex has a turn. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah, I'll have a go.
Go on then. Wow, that is a glorious day. Nothing better though than on a Saturday morning Doing a bit of pipe work. Come on, bosh. We have stopped and had a lovely little fry up as well, so we're all tired,
so much better.
full.
So much better.
Hang on a minute, are you moaning about my pipe cutters?
Yes. You like poly pipe cutters or the bigs. So much easier, do you know what I mean? So much easier, right? Where's
Do I sit there moaning about ball fix?
There's nothing to moan about ball fix.
Jerk.
Nothing there to moan about ball fix. Where's it in?
Shut up, they're the best cutters on the planet.
Where's it in? So that's it. Now we're gonna fanny about. We are going to fanny about with a fanny truck.
It's like Inception, that.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube video,
So
every
sexual,
YouTube video.
So sexual. So sexual. So that's just gonna go there, straight on there like that. Beautiful, dirty, right?
As a concept, that's very weird, isn't it? It's me holding a phone, recording someone else holding a phone, or someone talking to a camera. You know what I mean? We'll let him do that. Then I'm going to wobble up. He goes, oh, get the hose ready. Get the hose ready. Nah, we're just going to turn it back on and hope for the best. So, where is it? Oh, I swear it was under here. Yeah, there it is. Right. Turn that on. Just gently. Turn that on. Turn that off. Toilets filling. It should just go up to that lever valve. So I'm only testing up to the lever valve. Right, now it's fully on. Lovely. Let's see what the water flow rate's like on this tap. Absolutely amazing. So when I first come and look at this job, if you remember, he'd only just turned the stop tap on. And I was like, oh, we're going to need an accumulator or something. I hear something running out there. I didn't know if the outside tap was left on. Anyway, I come back to test it because I was like, oh, we'll see whether or not we can put Stuart Turner mains boost or an accumulator. And then, obviously, I come back to test it, and he went, oh, I haven't turned it all the way on. Turned it all the way on, we got 7 bar pressure. And flow rate, I think it was 25 or 26 litres a minute. So, we're all good. Right, so Alex is going to do some fancy bending skills.
Ah, fancy.
Only the most fancy, please. I don't want none of this half-ass bending. I want full fancy bending. Get some wire wool on it, just shine it up. And that is going to go from there and tee into that discharge he's already done there on the pressure relief. So do you know what? Go on, be informative. Alex, tell them what everything does.
This is between that and that's got to be less than 900.
There we go.
So there you go. If you don't have a less than 900, then you fucked up. Basically,
You fucked it right up.
balls up, right?
So D2 is a minimum of what? Leave it in the comments. Don't tell them that one, Alex.
I'm not going to.
But are there any exceptions? Are there any exceptions like pipe sizing? Can you upsize the pipe to make that distance shorter? Can you do that? Let us know in the comments. See, it's funny because I know that I've made that mistake loads of times. So see, look, double plumbers, sometimes it helps.
It does, mate.
So I stepped in there and said, you don't want that bend the same as that bend because obviously that angle, it wants to be angling up to go into there, and there it wants to be angled down because obviously it's discharge pipe. So there we go.
You can work all these angles out, but basically, right? I'm not doing that right now. I'm just not doing that right now. Right? So,
Pressure's on as well when the camera's out, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it though.
Yeah, see, I just edit all of my mistakes out. Because
what happens?
they all know that's where there's all these jump cuts, and I go, oh yeah, I've just got to do this bit of pipe work. Oh, there you go, finished. Right, So we get that one in, and then I think that's all of our, that's everything done then, isn't it,
now.
really?
No, I'm going to show you something now, right? Right. If you take a nice angle, or horizontal angle, you'll see that that's actually sloping down, right? That's done for purpose. I did that on purpose because when I put that in, right, and I cut this pipe, yeah, you know what's gonna happen? Let me just show you exactly what's gonna happen. Give that a bit more of a oomph, like that, right? Put that on like that, and what happens is when I cut this, right, that's going to lift up and that's going to be nice and straight. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all about thinking ahead in this game.
Very good.
It's all about showing the good stuff and hiding the bad. So, soldering tutorial from the one and only Professor Plumb.
Oh, right. So, discharge pipe, as we know, it's not going to be holding any pressure. And so, we're going to clean up all of the excess flux on that one. And we're only going to flux the pipe, definitely not in the fittings on this one, because we want it to run as less as possible. And all we're going to do is give it a little dab. Now, you could do this in normal soldering situations and have the cleanest joints ever, if you're really brave. But especially when it comes to discharge pipe, you can literally give everything just the tiniest little dab and it looks super, super neat. So I like to keep flame moving, so you're heating up the whole fitting. Tiny little dab, try and get an entry point, so where you put your solder, somewhere discreet, so out of the view of the eye. So you're going to be looking at it from the front, so put it in at that bottom back corner. Again with this one, little dab in the back corner. As soon as you see a little glint of silver, you're done. Now you could do that on all of your joints, but that is the perfect soldered joint. And here is a close-up of our joint. So especially when it's wire-walled and you can see your silver, and you can see there's the dabs there at the back. So when you're looking at the front, it looks like the neatest solder joint ever. So there we go, that's how it's done. So I'm glad that we used the balance cold, because if we didn't, that would have absolutely gone everywhere when I turned it on. Let her rip. What do you mean it's wrong way? What's wrong way round? Full to off. Don't wink at me, giving me that, trying to wind me up. Come on, we did gas training together. Full to off, lever valve should fall to off. Right, anything?
Why can I get water downstairs?
The hot taps are on, probably. Have a look. Go on, Alex, lob it back on. Perfect timing. I've just come down the stairs and the water's come on. I think that's off. Is that off? Yeah, that is off. Turn that one off. Right. Now let's test it. Let's do this one. Going to be a fair amount of air in there. And there we go. Equal to the cold. Lovely. Okay, so I just tested the shower head just to see what it's like. And I've never seen a shower head with this function. I was clicking it round and it started spraying at the top, but I had it in the handheld holder in the riser rail. That went absolutely everywhere. But what is the point? I don't get it.
Just to clean the shower.
Oh, right. Anyway, we've got some good pressure there, look. So we give it plenty of time to make sure we got absolutely no leaks. All of our pipe work is done. The vent is back on, so that's all working again. So the electrician's got to come back. He's got to do his wiring. And and then it's got all be lagged. But there is all of the plumbing. Everything is working, everything has been tested. And there we go, job done. So now it's over to Alex to possibly do the bathroom.
The problem I've got with the bathroom is that we've got a difference in height. So it's unlevel by 45 mil. And obviously you can't put a shower on that. So I'm going to have to sort out the levels on this floor before it even starts. And the easiest way to do it is actually to put fairings in and reboard the floor, which is going to give it a bit of a step there. So we're going to come back when the customer's here and we're going to discuss it all. But it's either do it properly or don't do it at all.
Right, so I did drag Alex here because I absolutely, as you know, hate doing bathrooms. But if this video gets 500 likes, which it won't get, I will come and I'll help Alex out and I'll film the process and you'll see a bathroom on the Professor Plum YouTube channel. But only, and I swear I will not be coming here unless I get 500 likes. So if you want to see that, hit the like button. If you don't want to see that, just don't like it. Don't dislike it, just don't like it, okay?
Most importantly is you won't be seeing no follow-up video if you don't follow me.
Okay, well, there you go. So hit SRV. I'll put him down in the description. So down in the description, you'll see his channel. Right, peace out. See you later. Oh dear, I've finally got this one edited. I don't know why this one took so long to edit. There was a lot more footage and I just wanted to make it the best video that I could for you, even if that meant sacrificing a couple of minutes here and a couple of minutes there. So, if you want me to go back, like I say, make sure you like the video and all that sort of stuff. I don't want to do bathrooms. I hate bathrooms. I know this week, well, last week, was, I think, maybe one video put out. Make sure you watch out for the shorts. There'll be more shorts being uploaded going forward. So I'm going to do a bit more short form stuff as well in between. So the videos are going down to possibly 2 a week. So this will be Monday you're watching this, and there'll be one at towards the end of the week as well, possibly Tuesday actually. I think you might be getting 2 videos in a row this week, as I've got something, a video that I really want to put out and I've got planned. So great weekend, although I spent a lot of time doing emergencies. So this one and this one, so I'll stay in the middle. I had to do two emergency leaks, 2 emergency call outs. So been and done those. So earned a nice little extra bit of money this week, which is quite nice. It was my birthday as well this week, so I had a, when was it? Thursday. So Thursday I had the day off as well, just to spend some time with family and whatnot. So yeah, so hopefully back to sort of normality, but maybe a few less videos a week. Instead of doing them every single day, we're going to bring them down to like 2 a week, and in between there'll be loads of shorts. And also go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. If you've got either of those 2 apps, just search Professor Plum, go and follow me over there, and I'll put some pictures and other stuff up there as well. And if you want to just sort of keep up to date, or if you want to message me, honestly, lads, if you ever want to message me, ever want to reach out, and you want to talk about anything whatsoever, message me on Instagram. That's the best way to get hold of me. Right. Here's your little, oh, do you want a code word? Code word is horizontal. Horizontal. There you go. It's related to the video. Love it. Right. Bye-bye.